Hey Jules, it's Tiffany.
Hey, girl. Hey, y'all. Hey, 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 y'all. I'm
We
sorry. I was practicing.
okay,
Well, yeah, so I got this cocktail book because today I wanted to practice it was creative risk. That's
creative.
so I'm trying to create me a little something. And this one called Ocean Breeze.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
a kind. Oh, you gonna?
That's
I'm gonna tell you about. I'm
not
gonna tell you about this. But
okay.
this
Let's
is
help.
my version of creative rest. Tiffany gonna tell y'all something, but yes, that was me. Go ahead, girl. I'm
Let's
sorry.
can we
Yeah.
please just talk about creative rest, ma'am? You and
Uh-huh.
these illustrations. It's
Go-
not about art. Okay. I know it sounds like it might
Well,
be about art, but it's really just reawakening the awe and wonder that you have, right? It's allowing
mhm,
the world to inspire and
mhm,
rejuvenate you and
mhm.
to insert creativity. So yeah, it's not about
And
an
you
art
can do that
project
through a great cocktail
or cooking or baking. There's lots of different options, but
or coloring.
coloring.
My cousin made a really great
Hmm.
coloring book for adults.
Hmm.
It's upstairs. I always show it to y'all. But
Hmm.
it's I think it's called Wind Down, but it's like
Hmm.
you wind it down
Hmm.
and it's she used to own one of those like paint and sip companies. And so it was all about painting, well, coloring and sipping on wine. It was real cute. Well, it is real cute. And I need to pull it back out and start coloring in it again. I really like that book. But yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead. Sorry.
No, 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 that's a good one. Like I remember we went on that trip and like we brought like all the things and you brought that book and I brought like one of those coloring books. It was like super detailed and what
Oh
I
yeah.
liked in that moment was I don't like those. But that one they had
It
it
was
was
too
one
detailed.
picture. It was too detailed. It was like
Yeah.
one picture. It had 700 flowers and 43,000 birds and on the same 8.5 by 11 pictures. So it
And
was
then
all
it had
little.
numbers. And you had
No, no.
Oh, you didn't have that one. Okay.
Oh, I did have one with numbers. I abandoned that real quick, girl. I did not have time for that. But because I was like, how do you keep track of all the variations of the color? My mind don't work that way. But I loved that one because it really was an adult coloring book. It was beginner friendly. There's a woman on Instagram. There's a black woman, and she's an artist, but all she does is coloring books, and it is
Mhm.
fascinating. She shades it and she makes it pretty. But even just seeing how she uses color and she's just
Mhm.
taking the time to be creative, to me is very restorative because sometimes you don't always have the ability to create, um
Mhm.
but making time and making space to get creative helps you
Mhm.
be creative.
Yeah. Yeah. And it brings you a sense of joy.
Mhm.
Um, because it's just a calming thing to do. Gets the creative juices flowing and activated and
Yeah.
then you start doing other things, seeing other things, and you just feel lighter. You really do when you take time just to be creative. And it's not about being perfect.
Mm-mm.
And whatever it is that you're creating, it's just something that you're just enjoying something, and like you said, you've tried a couple of things that you ended up not liking. So yeah, you may start off with something and you're like, okay, this is not working, that's not working. But once you find your thing,
Mhm.
you're solid. And it doesn't, like we said, it doesn't have to be hard, doesn't have to cost a lot of money, a coloring book, you know, baking, cooking, all that stuff Tiffany talked about. Cocktail, that would be great.
There's
Wine
a
tasting. Those are
Yes.
awesome.
There's
You
a
know.
really cool TED Talk that inspired my sabbatical, right? And so I have adopted this philosophy in real life, right? So there was an architect, I think he's an architect, and he takes the sabbatical every 7 years for a year.
Mm,
He's got a company. I think I sent it to you. He's got a company and literally everybody goes on break for a year. They plan for it, they know it's coming, like all the things. And he
is
goes,
he hiring?
girl, no, I don't think so. Listen, after that TED talk, I feel like he might be like a gazillionaire someplace on a beach, but what he said was he would take the year and he would go live in another country
Mm.
or two, right? He would just kind of travel, but he would live in a couple countries. And then he would come back and allow that time that he was living, that 1 year, to inform and inspire the work for the next 6 years. And he said you can see these waves in his work of different inspiration and where it came from based on where he was for that 1 year. Sorry, I keep hitting this thing, but where he was for this 1 year. So that was inspiring to me. So I took a sabbatical and I was like, oh, it informed kind of this season of work in a very creative way. And I found my mind was like moving, like I was like pulling stuff from the previous season, and I was like, oh, we could make it look like this. And so it was really, really cool. So creative rest to me holds a very special place in my heart just because one, it gives me a reason to travel, but then two, it also provides some inspiration to see things differently and to move throughout the world differently. So that's what I love.
Well, I kind of was forced into my
Mm-hmm.
um
Motivated.
we'll talk about it on the 14th.
Yes.
Uh, but no, this time, I've been off work, what, 3 weeks
Mm-hmm.
now?
Mm-hmm.
And it's exciting because it has allowed me to think differently when it comes to her jewel and her crown. And so it's freed up my time to be creative in that space.
Yep.
It,
This.
Exhibit one.
Yep. Yep.
Exhibit A.
Yeah.
Things like this. We haven't done this. We haven't had time to get together and host anything as a duo. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm excited about the creativity and the spark that is to come from my time off. I know
Woohoo.
everyone doesn't have that opportunity, but it's just the way the Lord has graced and favored me in this season, and I'm appreciative of it. And I plan to make sure I am responsible with this time that He has given me. So I
Yeah.
can't make too many cocktails, but one or
You
two.
want to create one or two.
But
Yeah.
come June 14th, I'm probably gonna create a cocktail
Maybe a
guide.
signature
You might
something.
want to come by, get
Something. Yes.
creative with me.
Yes. I love it. Yeah. And if you haven't had an opportunity, I know this is number seven, right, of our 7 ways of rest and seven
Yeah.
types of rest. But we wanted to just introduce some of these concepts. One, I know when we started just reading the book, I just generally thought of rest as like, okay, when to take a nap and when to set a boundary, and that's it. And it's so much more nuanced. And some of them connect in certain seasons, some of them
Hmm.
don't, but being able to recognize that. And I think that's, one of the things that we really want to get to on the 14th, right? A deep dive, not just so that you know what it is, but how to recognize where you've got a deficit and kind of turn that thing around. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely go check it out now. It's worth it. And I'm looking forward to it. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. And so we'll do this recap of everything come tomorrow, go deeper into what the 14th will look like, and y'all go ahead and get signed up. It's gonna be a good time.
It is. All right.
See?
Toodles.